After losing the White House and a series of special elections since, Democrats are trying to plot a new path forward. Now there's a report out that says President Obama is taking on a larger role in his party's strategy, mostly behind the scenes. There's a piece in The Hill that says, quotes the former president as saying, while he plans to provide space for new leadership in the party to step in, he also wants to be an available resource for those drafting the Democratic message. The conversations between Obama and the lawmakers and party leaders are said to vary. With Perez, the men discuss the outlines of the party's future, while with others, he's focused more on policy. So I want to go to David first on this. What do you think about President Obama assuming this messaging role behind the scenes? Is that a good place for him to be at in terms of he did a pretty good job of messaging for his own campaign, right? Isn't he the right person to step in and help the Dems now?
It's a good spot for Republicans. No president can match President Obama's record at endorsing candidates who ultimately go on to lose. And as GOPAC chairman and the one helping to lead the efforts to stop President Obama in this effort, I say we welcome his involvement. And it's going to make it harder for Jessica and her team.
Wow. I think there's pretty broad consensus among the American people that President Obama's campaign messaging was a lot better than the governing messaging.
For himself.
So Dagan, what do you think? Is he really going to help with the Dems are in campaign mode, right? So isn't he the right person to do this, or he still no?
I think that his greatest asset is him as a messenger, not the actual message. That it's his, and he's quite frankly very charming and very easygoing on the campaign trail. He's a great speaker. He has great comic timing, and that has always worked for him. And so he can craft the best message on planet Earth, but if you have someone delivering it who squawks at you like a pterodactyl, nobody is going to listen.
I'm sorry, who are you talking about?
I think, yeah, that's a remark about female candidates and some male candidates as well. But I think that, again, it's why you saw in Britain Theresa May didn't do that well. It's just because of the personality, quite
But there's something missing from the whole announcement that he's going to be doing this. What is the message he's going to be brought in to sell? He's the great orator. What is he going to be selling? Democrats haven't figured that out yet.
I don't think that they have either. Jessica, you're probably
don't look at me. Okay, someone text me the answer
what if you had a chance to craft the messaging? What would, for 2018, what would the focus be? Like, what's the top issue?
I certainly think the economy, and it is absolutely not. We're just not Donald Trump. I think that is a non-starter, not necessarily because people will turn out for
Donald Trump. Well, how are you going to do that when the economy is turning around under Trump?
Well, listen, there were a lot of gains that were made under the Obama administration. Donald Trump's even had to admit it. I mean, unemployment now, it's down to 4.3. He took over at 4.8. We had, over 60 months straight of private sector job growth. There are a lot of things you can talk about, but also people just don't want to be lectured. And I think that that's what has gone wrong for people on the local level, state, national level even. But I think that Democrats really have to pose a hopeful, positive economic message and a lot about the American dream and restoring that. I've been looking at the data.
We only have a couple of actually talking to people who live between Washington, D.C. and California.
They do that, and Joe Biden will be great for that, and there are a lot of people like the Tim Ryans of the world who are coming up. But I think that President Obama playing a role on this is important, but he obviously can't help everyone in his office.